Hi, everybody. It's Joe Mitchell with ActivateYourGreatness.com. And I want to welcome you to the 10-Minute Educator. And this is Hack It Up Friday. And the theme of the month is motivation and productivity. And my name is Joe Mitchell, and I am a high performance business coach as well as a tapping specialist. This is EFT tapping. And I also am a Harvard Law grad and best-selling author. And I love doing these 10-minute educators because it really is great to just take a few minutes and focus on getting better. And that's what I'm asking you to do today, is to focus on getting better. How can you use this little blurb of time? And if you're watching this on the replay, what I would suggest is, and this is what I do anyway, is that I play it faster. So I like play it at most of my most of my videos I play at 2.25 times the speed so that I can get the knowledge that much quicker. But that's my little hack. And there are a number of apps, if you go on there, and there are a number of apps for Facebook and for YouTube and for all the different things where you can speed it up as fast as you want. So I think that it's a good idea to get your knowledge as powerfully and quickly as possible. So tonight, what I want to do is I want to do some hacks. I just want to talk for a few minutes about hacks for being more motivated. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think of a time when you needed motivation. Think of things that you need to be motivated about. And so, of course, it's the goal is to be inspired. Just to be totally inspired and take inspired action. But a lot of times, before we can get to inspired, we have to get motivated. So let's talk about how do we get motivated to do some things that are harder for ourselves. Now, I speak a lot to business owners, and so you can take something in the work environment, something like, cleaning up the office or getting to the finances or a number of different things, or hiring someone, doing your taxes. All of these things could be something where you really require motivation. Or you can use the other things like exercising, spending time with the family, eating healthy, those kinds of things as well. But choose something that you'd like to work on, because that'll be helpful to do this. So we've talked about a number of hacks already this month, and I want to just kind of go over some really basic ones. Okay, and the first one I would say is just get started. And one of my favorite ways of just getting started is I set the time timer for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay. And then I just will work on that, especially if I find myself being pulled off base. Okay. I'm a tennis fan. I love to watch tennis. And, especially as a tournament goes through the week and they get into the semifinals and the finals, I'm much more interested in it. So I will a lot of times want to watch, you know, tennis when I should be doing something else. Okay. So when I have that urge and I see myself going to put on tennistv.com, I grab my timer and I put in 10 minutes, and then I spend 10 minutes doing something that I've been avoiding doing. Very, it's a cue. It's a very good way to kind of get motivated to get into things. So the other thing that's really great is to break it down into smaller goals, so that if you are wanting to, let's say, eat really healthy and conscious. I mean, one of the things that I used to do would be to eat mindfully, which would be to look at the food and take my time and chew the food. And, now a lot of times I'll just be moving and grooving and eating and thinking about all kinds of other stuff. So if I just say, okay, well, I'm just going to do 3 bites that way, the conscious way. And then what I find is that sometimes I will go much longer. So you can just break it up into little smaller goals. Then the other thing is, the other one that we've talked about is rewarding yourself. Celebrate, even the little things. I mean, that's one of the things that I've been doing a lot recently, has been celebrating the little victories, because each little victory makes a huge difference. So, and it adds up. If your life is full of celebration, that energy of celebration is going to motivate you to do more good things. So celebrate the little things. The next thing is have powerful why. Have a powerful reason for doing what you're doing. So think about, why is it that you have this business? Why is it that you want to work out? A lot of times when one of the things that I'm like, I want to be cut, and I want to be, and so I think about that and why do I want that? Because I just feel the feeling of that discipline, and that the beauty that I see, and I just feel like that's what I want. So I am motivated to go after that. And sometimes I'll push myself right to the edge, because I really know that that's what I want. So that's the other thing, is to become aware of your urge to quit in advance. So you know that you're going to want to avoid the taxes, or you're going to want to eat that sweet that is calling you. So once you know those things in advance, you can then plan for them by scheduling the tax thing, and maybe telling somebody that you're going to do it, or taking all that sweet food that you really love and just dumping it in the trash, or something like that. So that's something that you can also help yourself to get yourself motivated. Okay, so one of the things that you want to do is to chart your progress. So you might want to have a chart. Some people like to put like images of them doing something, or images that remind them of this thing that they want to be motivated towards. Or you can just put a chart. How are you doing every day? And then you can check it off. Put it somewhere where you can see it, and then check it off. Check it off on a daily basis. And every time you check, reward yourself. Give yourself some really rewards. Yay! And if you do that, you're going to see that you are being consistent or not. And if you're not being consistent, don't skip 2 days. You miss a day, say, hey, I got to do this next day. It's got to happen. Got to do this next day. So the chart, and then the rule, never skip a day. Never skip 2 days. And then the last thing that I want to say is that you might want to keep a journal, a daily journal of what is going on. Keep that journal, write it down, so that you are looking at the issues, looking at your progress, looking at the things that are going on, and you can look over a week or 2 weeks and see what's happening, and come up with some ideas that might help you to be more motivated. Motivation is really just a matter of being intentional and saying, I'm going to be motivated, and figuring out some of these hacks are really good. Some of these hacks will really help you. So I hope that this has been useful. First of all, just get started. Break it up into smaller goals. Reward yourself. Have a powerful why. Become aware of when you might want to quit, and then figure out what to do about it. Chart your progress and never skip 2 days. And then keep a daily journal. Are these good things? I think so. I think these are some very powerful ways to stay motivated. So keep your intention on being motivated. See yourself being motivated. Put yourself into that state, that power of being motivated, and then go for the things that you've been putting off. You can do it. I believe in you. Please go to activateyourgreatness.com and pick up a couple of free chapters of my book and a couple of other goodies that are there for you. And I'm doing a 5-day challenge next week for business owners called Conquer Your Business Goals. And if you are, I'm going to post it on my Facebook page, both the business page and my other page. So if you are interested, sign up. Do it. It's free. Did I say it's free? Okay. Go for it. And thanks so much for being here, whatever time of day or night. If you were listening to me twice as fast, that's just as good. And I appreciate you and hope that you will use this lesson. Apply it. Thanks so much. Be well and have a great rest of the day wherever you are and whatever you